and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel here today, guys, as we do have a very big video indeed coming up today. We are going to be discussing Robert Lewandowski once again, who's done yet more talking, and big statements from him on his future and his desire to leave Bayern. We are also going to be talking about Lionel Messi, who's also done an interview, a very interesting one there, on a number of different topics, particularly there, his exit from Barça and the feelings that he's had since that shock summer. He also had a few words too for Lewandowski himself, and it is all coming up today. So let's get into it. Because firstly, when we are talking about Robert Lewandowski, we spoke very briefly yesterday about his words at the Monaco Grand Prix, where again he expressed that desire to leave. He made it absolutely clear, I don't see myself at Bayern next season. I cannot see myself playing for this club anymore. And a bit later on in the day as well, he actually went further than that, because he actually went on to say, I think Spain as a country, it's great. He said, I think it's very cool. We actually have a house already in Spain, in Mallorca, and we think it's a great place. And not only to go on vacation, and that just highlights once again, it's not just here about the football. This is also about Lewandowski and his wife there. They are firmly set on making a move in their life, to starting a new chapter. And today, he went even further. Today, actually, he didn't just double down. He went even further because he said, my era at Bayern, it's over. I do not see any possibility to continue playing at this club anymore. That is not the first time that Lewandowski has said that. That doesn't seem like it's going to be the last time. And then he went on to say, Bayern is a serious club. There was a bit of a lack of clarity on that quote. A lot of people thought that Lewandowski said Bayern are not a serious club, but he did actually say Bayern are a serious club, and I don't believe that they'll keep me. Not when I don't want to play there anymore. He said a transfer is the best solution, and I hope they don't stop me. And those for me, I mean, I didn't expect this from Lewandowski. I've got to say, when these rumours first started about leaving Bayern, about coming to Barca, about the fact that he did want to make the move, I thought, okay, he wants to come. He does want to be here. But I thought, if Bayern wanted to keep him, if they tried to make an effort there to sort of say, stay one more year, I thought Lewandowski wouldn't make much of a fuss. I didn't genuinely believe he'd force his way like this. And I think he's really making that effort to make the move to Barca. However, on Bayern's side, they've not taken kindly at all to these words. Oliver Kahn there, the Bayern CEO, he said, I cannot tell you why Robert has chosen this path. He said public statements like that don't get you anywhere. He said appreciation is not a one-way street. Robert became the world's best footballer here twice in a row. He said, I think he should know what he has here at Bayern. And I've got to say, guys, looking at all the sort of quotes that have come from the side of Bayern, within the board, people close to the club, they still don't seem to understand why Lewandowski wants to do this. They keep saying Barca can't offer Lewandowski anything that he hasn't already got at Bayern. They think that we're offering more money. But all of that is nonsense. That is simply not the case. Lewandowski wants a challenge. Maybe he doesn't want to be in a league for his entire career where you just win the league every season. He wants to go somewhere where Barca are not the favourites right now. He will have to produce every ounce of his greatness to get us into that position, and that's what we can give him. And that is what he wants. But of course, today is not only about Robert Lewandowski, because I also want to talk about Lionel Messi, who has been speaking today with TYC Sports ahead of Argentina's game against Italy on Wednesday, and I'm really looking forward to building up and reviewing that game there over on More Talk FCB. It should be a massive clash, and Messi at Wembley Stadium. It just sounds right in a big game. And it's always interesting when Messi does do these sort of interviews. Barca were heavily featured today. He spoke on a lot of different details about moving away, about the departure, about all of that kind of stuff. And I think it is certainly worth listening to what Messi has to say. He said, in Barcelona, I had everything. I left Argentina when I was very young. And he said, I live more in Barcelona than I did in Argentina. The truth is that I never had any plans to leave or change anything about my life. Messi again confirming that he had every intention of staying there as long as he possibly could. He said, I never could have imagined such a thing, talking there about his departure last summer. He said everything that happened after winning the Copa, winning Copa America, the joy that victory gave him after losing so many finals, he said, I was the happiest. And then all of a sudden, all of that happened at such a happy time in his life. And he spoke again about the struggles in adapting to Paris and the city and the change, the massive change that came in not only his life, but his family's as well. He said the way the children adapted to Paris, that was amazing. They did so well. But he said for me and for Antonella, it was much more difficult. He said we actually cried while we left them at school on the very first day. He said it was terrible. And then he said when it comes to playing in France in a different country, he said I come to a place here where the game is played differently, with new teammates. He said back in Barcelona, I was playing with teammates for many years who knew me by heart, who knew my movements, who understood me in a different way. He said this year, it was hard for me to enjoy it after suffering from such a crazy summer. But he said, I want to return to PSG. I want to be able to enjoy it. And Messi was very clear that next season, he feels he's going to perform much better. He knows he's going to perform much better. He said, now I know the club, I know my teammates, I know the city. It will be better next season. But I thought it was also interesting because he was asked there about the whistles. Of course, PSG fans in a home game whistling Lionel Messi. I know when we all saw that and heard that, we were absolutely gobsmacked as to how you would do that. And Messi, I think, kind of felt the same. He said whistles for me and Neymar. He said it's understandable. He said it was particularly towards me and Ney. He did say, though, it had never happened to me before. He said it had never happened to me in Barcelona. He said, actually, quite the opposite. You know about the appreciation and the warmth that we gave Messi at our club. He said, but now I want to reverse the situation. And it was interesting as well, because like I say there, Messi did have a few words for Robert Lewandowski. Of course, just last year, the two were battling it out for the Ballon d'Or award, and Lewandowski maybe felt as though it should have been going home with him, but Messi said, everybody can say what they want. And honestly, I didn't see exactly what Lewandowski said, but I don't give those words much importance. He said, I don't care. I said before that he deserved the Ballon d'Or the year before, but not in the year that I won it. And Messi as well. I think he was quite feisty. I think he certainly didn't hold back in this interview. He also had some words for Real Madrid. He said the Champions League, it's not always won by the strongest team. He said Real Madrid was not the strongest team this year. He said, I've lived all of my life. I know what Real Madrid are capable of, what they can do. He said, I know that they could come back. I know that out of nothing, out of nowhere, they can score a goal, and it changes the game. But he did admit that Karim Benzema is his pick for the Ballon d'Or this year. And so indeed, guys, those right there are some important quotes that we can go away from today, certainly bearing in mind, especially on the side there of Lewandowski, the sheer will, the sheer desire to leave Bayern and join Barca, but we are still lacking that agreement with Bayern. Of course, between the clubs, what we want to try and do is keep everything as professional as possible, but like I've said before, Sadio Mane is going to be key in this deal happening, him going to Bayern, Lewandowski then being released to join Barca, providing we can pay the fee that Bayern wants. All of the latest news, it will be coming to you as and when we get it. I'll be seeing you as well, like I say, on MORETALKFCB for that Argentina versus Italy clash. Thank you indeed for watching today, guys. Leave your thoughts on all of the words we've heard today down below. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.